Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, this is a Christmas Q&A. I was actually meant to film this last year and I did film it, but I just ran out of time to edit it. So I thought rather than putting up a really old video of me, I would just refilm it. So I've still got your guys' questions saved on my phone since last year, so I thought I would just go through and answer them for you today. I always ask on my Instagram stories for questions. My Instagram is just the same name as my YouTube name. If you do want to be a part of my next Q&A, then yeah, make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I always leave like a little questions section. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions. The first one is the best part about Christmas. Obviously Christmas is about Jesus and about family. It shouldn't be about all the decorations and the food and the presents and all that kind of stuff, but I do really enjoy the family time, and I do enjoy decorating the house because it just feels like the best time of the year. Like everybody is in such a happy mood. My biggest pet peeve for Christmas, I would say the stress of Christmas, because a lot of the time I prep for Christmas early, so I usually like to start prepping in October. The way I tried to do it this year is have all of my decorations done by the end of October. November is all for presents, and then December is just for any last minute gifts or like going out and doing things. This isn't a Christmas question, but it's your favorite Lush products. So I'm gonna go my favorite Lush products around Christmas. I always like to get whatever shower gels they bring out, because I really love the Lush shower gels as it is. And I also make sure that every year I have a tub of the Snow Fairy body conditioner. I love the smell of the body conditioner. The shower gel is too sweet for me. I think because the fragrance is less in the body conditioner, it's easier to use. And I actually just finished the one that I had from last year quite recently. So yeah, I do want to pick up another one for this year. Hannah says give Hannah a dog. I cannot afford to give you a dog. Sorry honey. I would love to have a dog myself, but we're not allowed in our apartment. My favorite Christmas music. So I am actually planning on doing a Christmas playlist video. I am planning to put it up closer to Christmas though. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if I have got my editing shit together, then that video will be up later in December. But if not, and I run out of time, or I run out of time to edit it, on Spotify I have 2 Christmas playlists. So my Spotify is just linked down below as well. All of my favorite Christmas music is on there. But if I had to pick one artist to listen to at Christmas, or actually I have to go two artists to listen to at Christmas. First one being Pentatonix, and the second one being Michael Bublé. Can you and Phil do a video shopping for presents for each other? Probably not for this year, just because my schedule is quite tight as it is, because I'm trying to get all of these like sit down related videos out before December. I tried to do the whole 12 days of Christmas and Vlogmas, and it just didn't work. So I mean, we could do it as a Vlogmas idea. If you guys would be interested in seeing that for Vlogmas, let me know down below. But what desserts do you normally have for Christmas? But usually I like to make sure that there is ambrosia. Here in New Zealand it is very common to have a pavlova. I actually don't like pavlova, fun fact. I don't mind the crust, but I really don't like the inside. And yeah, lots of chocolate. Making sure there is lots of chocolate available on Christmas. My favorite Christmas movie, either Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2. I do love Arthur Christmas as well, and I also love the new Dr. Seuss The Grinch movie. Did you ever believe in Santa / Father Christmas? Yes, I did. I feel like as a child, like, Christmas isn't the same if you don't believe in Santa. What puts you in the Christmas feels the most? Definitely decorating my house, and I think putting Christmas music on in the car as I'm driving to work really gets me hyped. What's one thing you are most excited for this Christmas? I'm definitely excited for decorating the house, but I think I'm quite excited to see what Christmas events are happening with church. Yeah, I do really like all the social events that happen leading up to Christmas, like Christmas in the park as well. So I'm just hoping that, fingers crossed, COVID doesn't come back and we can still do all those kind of things. This isn't a Christmas related question, but I thought I'd answer it anyways. Would you ever go back into hairdressing or any other field of work? Love you. No to the hairdressing. I have done a whole story time video on my hairdressing experience, so if you missed that, I'll leave it down below, and I'll leave it in the eye. Any other field of work? Definitely. I currently work in hospo, but I am looking at going into something completely different that I want to study at uni. So yeah, stay tuned for those videos in the future. Is Santa going to stop in at your house this year? Well, I mean, I've tried to be a good kid, so you know, we'll see. Who do you plan on spending Christmas with this year? So at the moment, I know that I am spending it with Phil. My mum wants to host Christmas, but yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, I do want to spend it with Phil, and I know that I definitely want to see my sister and her boyfriend, actually both of my sisters. What's your least favorite thing about Christmas? Well, I kind of answered that before with like my biggest pet peeve about Christmas, and that is the stress of Christmas, because I feel like to have a good Christmas there is a lot of pressure and a lot of stress put on people. I'm not currently a mum, so like I can imagine that like as a mum your stress on Christmas would just get worse and worse with every year and every child that you have and every year that you host. For me, Christmas is still very stressful because you're trying to make sure you decorate and you've got enough and that you've got enough presents for everybody. And as you get older, the years just like fly by, so you like have no idea where the time goes half the time. What is your favorite thing about Christmas? So again, kind of answered that before. My least favorite Christmas dessert, again, I'm gonna say pavlova just because I really don't like it. My favorite Christmas dish, I do really enjoy ambrosia, which I actually did a video on like telling you guys how to make it. I did forget the cream though, so usually you put cream in it to kind of like make it all light and fluffy, which I completely forgot when I was actually making it. But if you do want to know how to make it, then yeah, I'll leave the video down below and in the eye, but just know that you should also add cream because then it makes it really like nice and fluffy. I guess that's kind of dessert. So my favorite Christmas main, to be honest, is just a good barbecue dinner. Here in New Zealand, it doesn't snow at Christmas. Like our Christmas is in summer, so a lot of the time like people will just like light the barbecue up and have like a whole lot of people around, and like if you've got a pool, usually people go swimming and stuff. So what Christmas traditions would you like to start with your own little family one day? So I definitely want to start buying them a decoration every year to put on a tree. But my plan when we eventually move out of this apartment is to at least have 2 different Christmas trees. So I want to have one Christmas tree that Phil and I decorate with like all the nice baubles and stuff. Then I also want to have a tree of like random hairs ornaments that are just so wacky and so strange. So I think unless our kids want to have their own Christmas trees in their room, I want to buy them a different decoration every year that they can put on the tree. I also want to start doing Christmas Eve boxes when I've got kids. So basically they'll have all of their like normal presents and stuff on like Christmas Day. So like depending how many kids we have, just like a nice little set of pajamas they can go to bed in, a nice little Christmas story, maybe a little bit of Christmas chocolate, and maybe just like a small toy or a movie in their little Christmas Eve box, or like a craft maybe. And then like on Christmas Eve, that's kind of what we do as a family. I do want to do a Christmas puzzle every year as a family. So Phil and I attempted to do one last year, but we just didn't have enough time to finish it, and we realized we both really suck at puzzles. So maybe we'll give it another go this year, or maybe I'll get a different one. But yeah, as a family I would love to introduce the puzzle every year aspect. And Christmas lights, I want to make sure that as a family at least once every Christmas that we drive around the neighborhood and look at Christmas lights, because I did that as a child and then it kind of stopped as I got older. But then I went last year during Vlogmas and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, I want to continue that when we've got kids. Do you have any Christmas traditions? So we've got one, and that is we always open one of our presents from a certain family member on Christmas Eve. We did it ever since I was little. Now that like my sister's living in, well, one of my sisters lives in Wellington, I don't live at home. Like I live about half an hour away from where my parents live, and my other sister still lives at home, so like it's kind of a bit complicated when it comes to the opening on Christmas Eve part, because like this family member just sends it all to one address. And when I was really little, we would always go around and look at Christmas lights. But yeah, like I said, as I got older, that kind of stopped. Thoughts on the New World Santa making his final appearance? So this was last year, so I can kind of insert a photo of the New World Santa. So basically it's just like this big giant ass Santa that sits on the top of the New World supermarket every year, and last year was actually the year that they stopped it. And it made me really sad because he had been up ever since I was a child. There was recently something on Facebook though that said he wasn't going to scrap, and that the family that made him originally have bought him back and now they're like refurbishing him and stuff. So I don't know whether they're planning on putting him up anywhere else or at their house. But yeah, it does make me sad that he's not on top of New World, but then that New World supermarket is also half an hour away from where I live, so like I'd only go over that side of town when I'm like getting my nails done or something, so I wouldn't see him a lot, but it still makes me really sad that they're not putting him up. What's an embarrassing Christmas? I think it's meant to say memory or story. I don't really think I've had anything that embarrassing happen on Christmas. What do you do when you open a present you hate in front of the person that bought it for you? You just fake that you like it, and then if you're not going to use it, either give it to someone else or give it to charity. But you have to fake it because otherwise that person will feel so bad. Favorite Christmas memory from your childhood? So I think my favorite Christmas memory would be either going to look at all the Christmas lights where my nan and papa lived, because they were so much more epic, or like we used to always go around to my auntie's house on Christmas for like this huge barbecue, and they had a pool, so we used to go swimming. How do you decide on what to get everyone? Fun fact, so throughout the year I keep a little memo on my phone of things that people like or things that people want. Like if I go into a store with like my mum or my dad and they say, oh I really like that, I write it down on my phone, and then every year that I need to buy presents for someone I go and open that memo up and it's got a list of everything that I would need to get for somebody. Or a lot of the time like I'll just ask my parents like, hey what do you want, and then I'll just get it for them if I don't have anything on the list. And one of my sisters always does like a Christmas list and gives it to us, so we just pick different things off that. When's the best time to start playing Christmas songs? What's your favorite Christmas music? So again, already answered my favorite Christmas music, but the best time to play songs I think is probably when December hits. I know that a lot of people don't like Christmas music until like the last week before Christmas, but for me I usually like to start playing Christmas music from December the 1st. I'll leave it at that because I think those are all of the questions that I got last year. Sorry if you sent in a question last year and I've missed it. If you guys do enjoy this Christmas Q&A, then maybe I'll do like a little section in one of my Vlogmas videos if I run out of things to do, or I can do like another one of these next year as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Christmas Q&A and you might have learned something new about me, or it's just put you in the festive mood. Let me know in the comments, what is the best Christmas present that you have ever received and who was it from? I'd be really interested to know. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. It's always linked down below in the description box. Give me a follow, and yeah, if there are any other like Christmas related videos that you want me to do, let me know, because I am planning on doing Vlogmas this year, so if I get stuck with Vlogmas ideas then I can maybe do some of those. I have got a whole list prepared for Vlogmas as well, but yeah, if there is anything else that you would like to see during Vlogmas, then leave it down below as well. And I think that's everything, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!